This is part 76 of Gran Turismo 3, and in this episode, I'm going to... What do I want to use? Potentially? No, that's a race car. What do I want to use? That's four-wheel drive. Right. Never mind. Z06 maybe? This would not go well unless I like tuned it up a bunch, which I don't know if this can be tuned. Would be kind of fun to use it. It's pretty lightweight. If I put some power in it, if I'm able to anyway, that could probably actually work. And then these are all like the slow cars. Maybe use my RX-7 again, I don't know. There it is. Okay, I'm gonna see what I can do with this. I forget if I could actually do anything to this or not. Let's see. It does. Okay, I can upgrade it. Okay, cool. So I'm actually gonna start by putting a racing muffler in. I already have a racing chip, okay. Probably already got this stuff. I'll get a triple plate clutch instead of a twin plate because I'm gonna be putting the power up quite a bit. Turbo. Well, it's 318 because this is pretty lightweight. Like, this is very lightweight, so I feel like 318 could probably do it. And I'm gonna take a little bit more weight out to make it even more lightweight. And I also want racing slick tires. Also, I hope my audio is good. I did some changes to my audio setup in OBS last night, so that hopefully when I yell and stuff, it won't peak the mic and kill your fucking ears anymore. Shout out to Aerotech, actually. I was watching his streamathon and he started showing some audio settings to the chat, and I was paying very close attention, and sorry about that, I was just taking a drink of pop. I'm hoping things sound better now, and I have a compressor, I have a noise gate, I've got noise reduction, and I've got a limiter. Well, in the order of the chain I have it set in is noise gate, noise reduction, compressor, limiter. And yeah, that means I was actually able to... My microphone doesn't have to be at like +7 decibels in OBS anymore. I do, because I have to sit far away from it and it's a handheld concert mic. I do still have to have my interface up, like the gain on my interface up at max, but in OBS, I actually have my microphone turned down to -1 decibels now because the compressor does enough boosting to bring my voice up over the game. So And then the limiter makes it so that when I yell like this and I start fucking screaming, it's not gonna fucking, oh, it still peaks a little bit, but it's not gonna like go overboard and fucking kill your eardrums, you know what I mean? So like, no more RIP headphone users for my videos anymore. Hell yeah, you can finally be comfortable watching my videos now. I might have to like, I might still have to do some tweaks in like post, in like editing. I might still have to turn the video volume down a little bit in editing when I put the video into Resolve, but other than that, we should be good to go. Let's take a look at the weight of the car now. No, we did all that shit to it. 767. And I have racing slicks on, right? I forget, can I see what I put on? No, I can't. Not in the garage, anyway. We'll have to go to... I'm pretty sure I equipped them, but... Anyway. Let's just see how this goes. I already did that. Professional League... Did I do that already? I did, okay. Professional League FR Challenge. Race 1 at Apricot Hill. Let's go. And I think I've already used this car once before in the playthrough. So I don't think I need to do any changes to my... Yeah, no, I don't need to change my assist settings or anything. Not gonna change anything there right now anyway. I do want to check and make sure I have the right tires on. Okay, good. Let's go. Race 1 at Apricot Hill. Alright, so, I'm gonna change tires, because, oh, for one, I was stuck in P4, but also, beginning of lap 3 and my rear left still wasn't fully warmed up yet. And even like halfway through lap 2, I was still, like, my tires entirely were still warming up. So I think I'm gonna switch to medium slicks for this. But yeah, I'm wasting a bit more money, but we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Alright, let's try again. Race 1 at Apricot Hill. Alright, no, we're gonna add some more power too. Kinda need to, and maybe I'll throw in another weight reduction too. So do the stage 3 turbo kit? Yeah. Stage 3. And I already have the racing muffler. That, no. 387. It's a bit of a waste of money, but eh. And yeah, one more weight reduction. What's our weight looking like now? 734. Okay. Now can we actually tackle this? Let's try again. I'm also gonna take a quick look at my settings real quick. Yeah, my rear downforce is at max. That might also actually be why I'm having some issues with speed, but I don't know, now that I have all that weight reduction, I kind of am scared to turn the downforce back down. Anyway, let's go. this grid seems a bit more doable too, so. Oh god. Sorry, I was fucking up my shifting because I was making sure my frame rate was good. Oh god, I didn't mean to do that, but I mean, I'll take it. Oh, careful. I tuned the car up to deal with the TVR that was at the front of the pack, and now it's not even here. Dealing with this Corvette now. And now we're in P1. We're actually at the front of the pack now. We're in the fucking lead, but here comes the Corvette again. Will my tires be able to handle this race with like all the extra power in my car now too? No, you fucking don't, Mr. Corvette. God, the thumbnail is gonna be funny as fuck when people realize what car I'm driving and they see like the really fast cars in the background and they're gonna be like, bro, what? You used the Shigeno Trueno for the fucking professional league at bar challenge? What are you, insane? Yeah, a little bit. A little bit insane. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Anyway, yeah, so sorry I took so long uploading videos, by the way. I'm trying to backlog like at least 10 to 15 videos before I upload any because this is the professional league and I don't want to get burnt out. So I'm taking my time in recording the backlog too, but then once I have like these 10 to 15 videos recorded, I'm gonna upload them. I'm gonna try to get like a backlog of 15, and then I'm gonna upload them like, instead of daily, I'm gonna upload them every other day, so they're spaced out a bit more, like throughout like an entire month. So that way I have a bit longer of a break before I need to start recording again, and I can kind of like take that month to kind of take as much time as I need and get videos done in that time frame too. It's basically just to avoid burnout, because the professional league in this game is a slog, and I want to avoid the burnout, you know? Especially since once we get even later into the game, there's gonna be some really difficult stuff coming up. It's gonna be like, ooh, like that's gonna be difficult, you know? Also, shout out to my front right tire already being yellow. Anyway, yeah, anyway, yeah, also, like, this episode, so part 70, as I'm recording this, obviously once this is up, then the last 3 episodes will be up too, but Parts 73, 74, and 75 were recorded way earlier in advance than this one was. I think 75 was recorded on September 10th. And as I'm recording this, it's September 26th, and I still haven't uploaded that because I'm trying to backlog shit, but like I'm being really bad about it right now. I'm sorry. Honestly, yeah. I hope I'm doing better now. I hope I can start doing better. Also, I was like sick for a week too. That also kind of put a damper on a lot of it. Oh shit. Third gear, because we're starting to go entirely yellow now, and I don't, oh god, oh that mistake's gonna, oh Corvette's gonna be coming up on us now, oh shit, oh shit. I'm thinking maybe for the next two races, hards in the front, mediums in the, or hards in the front, medium hards in the rear. For the next two races after this. That's what I'm thinking now is probably gonna be like the best bet, because right now I'm feeling like I'm gonna, I don't even think I'm gonna be able to pit here. I think I'm gonna need to no stop this shit. And if I'm gonna need to no stop it, I should probably go with the tire setup that will hopefully be no stoppable, right? Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think my rears started going yellow until lap 5, so... They can probably make it, the rears can probably make it through to lap 10 without being changed as like medium slicks, you know? But the fronts, I should probably put slicks back on. Throttle control is key right now. Throttle control is so important right now. Also, the CL Mercedes pit. Oh yeah, that front right's starting to go orange. That ain't good. I hope the Corvette pits soon then, because I'm pitting on the lap right after him. Actually, maybe not, because he might pass me if I do that. He might actually pass me if I do that because of the professional league rubber band. When they go into the pit and then they come out of the pit, they have an insane rubber band to come catch you. It's fucking wild, and I hate it. Yeah, that front right is orange as fuck. That's not good. Oh dear God. Definitely not happy about that. Fuck. Oh, and there's the Corvette. He's still, like, right there. Only 3 seconds behind. Oh my god. That was wide. Oh shit. Because I was looking at the time. I was looking at the time difference, so no. And because of that, I probably lost a lot of time. Oh god damn it. Corvette's still not pitting. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Really pay attention to the road and nothing else, because fuck. You're gonna need to in order to keep him off your ass. Jaguar is pitting. I'm still somehow holding the Corvette off at a consistent pace. And I don't understand how. His tires must be going to shit too. And hopefully he pits soon. Much better than last lap there. Oh god, I should have curbed it. I should have curbed it. Oh god. That's gonna cost me a lot. We're on the penultimate lap. And that front right is going to go red. I guarantee it. Mustang pitting. How the hell am I still holding off this fucking Corvette? With my dead red front right tire, bro. Yeah, the rubber band that the game gives the AI after it comes out of the pit does not apply to the player. Like, the AI does not get slower when the player comes out of the pit, but the AI gets faster when the AI comes out of the pit. So even if I did pit here, if the Corvette doesn't pit, there's only 1 lap left and I'm fucked, right? So I kind of have no choice but to hope and pray he pits and he's not gonna pit, and I hit the wall. Yeah, no. I'm gonna have to do this again. Unless I can maybe still somehow have good cornering anyway, I don't know, but... Camaro's pitting, Corvette, nope. I need to, like, get lucky here, basically, in order to win this, then, and, like, keep holding them off, you know? Come on, don't fuck up. It's left turns that are my problem right now because it's the front right that's causing the understeer. So left turns are my biggest problems. Right turns, still fine mostly. It's the left turns that are my biggest issue right now, and oh my god. Lift through this. Did I hold him off enough? Come on. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. We did it! We did it! We did it! Oh my god, let's go! Let's go! Let's fucking go! That was awesome. Hell yeah. And this is part 76. Also, when I'm done this playthrough, I do kind of want to do, like, I kind of want to make a compilation video of, like, all the replays that made up the thumbnails for this Let's Play. It would be a really long video that would take a while to render, but I want to do something like that. I couldn't do it with the PS1 games, because you can't hold that many replays on one memory card, but for this one, for these ones, I can. Well, GT4 I probably won't be able to, actually, because I'm going to be emulating that, and I know GT4 in emulator has issues with saved replays. But GT3 I can at least do that for. I already saved the replay, right? I know I did, I know. Okay, we're good, it's saved. On to race 2 at midfield reverse. And because this is 15 laps, I'm going to, not in here, I'm gonna go in here, change my front tires back to slicks. And let's go. Alright, let's go. The front tires being slicks is kind of making the car a little bit more understeery, but that's okay, because once the tires are warmed up, we'll be in much better shape. This is a 15-lap race, by the way. Oh god. Yeah, the front tires being slicked is kind of not fun, right now anyway. Oh my god, Griffith went into the wall. That is very good news for me. Not because I actually made it past him, but at least I got closer, you know? Oh, is this track a tire killer? He keeps fucking everything up. Okay, that's cool. Good for you, buddy. Oh, shit. But then my understeer fucks me up in the corners, and yeah. Good old slick tires in the front, and then medium slicks in the rear. It's like, goddamn, God forbid I fucking actually have some grip, right? And then I fucking start to oversteer when I'm trying to use the curb. And it's like, bro, make up your fucking mind, car. I didn't mean to upshift there. I literally just meant to hit the change camera button. Fuck. My guy. You need to stop doing that to yourself, bro. Now we're starting to get somewhere. I don't want to use the curb this time. But I want to stay on the... Oh! Oh! Did he ate shit! He ate shit! He ate shit! Let's go. I might submit that to Thunder actually for Impact Replay. That was funny as hell. Slight emulator hiccup there, that's always fun. Yeah, I love that the Griffith just ate shit. I love that. Absolutely amazing. Oh! Oh god. Oh, wall. Oh shit. Fuck. I hit the goddamn wall. I'm sorry. That wasn't fun. Also, yeah, game audio is a lot louder now than in my videos than it was before too, because I finally have a better audio setup for my microphone. Now, to be fair, I don't have like a professional studio quality microphone, so it still doesn't sound the greatest. And I don't have any like noise proofing or anything. So like you can still hear like the echo of my apartment and like the walls and everything, but like I think it does sound much better than it did before. At least. You know? So yeah, there's that. Yeah. That front right starting to go yellow. Oh god. We're starting to just go yellow in general. I don't know if this car will actually be able to handle this track. This track kind of kills tires, I think, and I don't know if this will be able to handle it in the medium slicks at the rear. Maybe if I just had slicks, it'd be good, but Corvette's in second place right now, because I think the Griffith just keeps fucking up. Oh my god. Can my car stop going wide on every corner? Or at least on like the big hairpins anyway? Why do I keep looking back? I don't need to look back. Not right now anyway. Do not touch the curb. I think that's what's been causing the tire issues. Been touching the curb on that turn made me start spinning or start to slide, oversteer, so I'm like, yeah, let's not do that. Also, during Aerotech Streamathon, I participated in the 15-car dream garage thing that he wanted his viewers to do. My score ended up being like an 18 out of 30 because he was judging it on presentation, or he was judging on cars, trim, and presentation. And mine got, so in total it was like out of 10 each, so it was out of 30 in total. And I had a 7 for cars, 7 for trim, 4 for presentation. Yes, graphic design is my passion, my friends. But overall I got, don't spin, 18 out of 30, which I plugged that into Google today and found out that percentage is a 60%. So if we go by New Brunswick, Canada, if we go by the New Brunswick, Canada grading system, 60 out of 100 is like, 60 is the bare minimum to pass. 59 is a fail, you know what I mean? I'm talking about like in the school system, because like back when like I used to go to high school and stuff, right? 60 is the bare minimum to pass. A 59 is a fail. Like 59 and below is a fail. 60 is the bare minimum to pass. And 18 out of 30 was 60% exactly. I just barely, I know technically it was like, it wasn't actually like serious, like, oh, you gotta pass this thing. It wasn't that at all. It was like, it was more so just like, it was a for fun thing. It didn't actually matter the marks we got, right? But like at the same time, it was like, I do find it funny that I got a 60 exactly, because that, it's so poetic with like, that's exactly how I did in school most of the time. It was just like 60 to 65s across the board. I was terrible. I like just barely passed. I did a lot better actually in elementary and middle school. Well, the first half of middle school anyway, because I was actually paying attention to my work. Once I hit grade 7 though, like about like halfway, I think around the beginning of the second semester, grade 7, like when I came back to school after Christmas that year, that's when shit started changing for the worse. Because that's when I started slacking off in class and not doing my work. I said slacking! Don't misunderstand me. I said slacking. Anyway, that's when I started slacking off in class and like not doing my work and just goofing off and like joking with my friends and stuff. Because they had swapped the tables around. But I'm autistic, so basically they had swapped the seating arrangement around. But I'm autistic, so I had asked if I could stay in my seat from the previous semester anyway because I had gotten so comfortable with it. And because I'm autistic, they were like, okay, yeah. Because like, it's hard for like us to deal with change, you know? And so they made that accommodation for me. But the kids that ended up at that table with me that semester were like, they were like the class clowns basically, right? And so I lost all focus on my schoolwork, and all of my focus went to just being silly in class, and I just never recovered from that. It got to the point where like, I just, when I finally like, it got to the point where I ended up getting held back 2 years in a row, to the point where like, by the time I actually did finish high school, I was like a month away from turning 20. I was like, literally, I was like 19 3/4 when I finally finished high school. I was like already old enough to drink legally where I live before I finished high school. But, which there's nothing to be ashamed of there. Like, if I could go back and change anything, I would change that. I would have definitely paid more attention in school. But I mean, like, the stuff that I didn't pay attention to in school, I ended up, like, a couple years later just going and teaching myself when I realized that I didn't retain the information. It's like, fuck, okay. And I literally just went online and started teaching myself. Using, like, reputable sources, obviously. But I do wish I had paid more attention in school, you know? But, yeah, and yeah, my slacking was so bad that, yeah, it was like, I was a month away from turning 20. My 20th birthday was my birthday is February 28th. So and I was born in 1999. So this was like end of January 2019. It was the last day of that semester. I had enough credits that I only needed to pass all of my classes that semester to graduate. I had enough credits that once I passed all of my, as long as I passed all of my classes in that semester, I would have had enough credits to graduate. Yeah, like, I'm gonna over-explain one more time, I'm sorry. Going into that semester that I finished, I had enough credits that, had I passed everything that semester, I would have gotten enough credits to graduate, and I wouldn't have had to do the second semester that year. I would have just had to do that half year, and I'm good. And that's what I did. I got my credits, and I only had to do that half year, and I did finish high school before I turned 20, but I was really close. And I was really close to not finishing, too. It was literally the last day of the semester, and I was like, fuck. How am I gonna get this done? And I fucking crammed an entire semester's worth of schoolwork into one day to make sure that I did not have to be 20 years old and still in high school. I hunkered down and I did an entire semester's worth of work in one day. Technically, it was one morning too, because that was a fucking half day. Where I live, in every grade, not just elementary school, it's in every grade, the last day of each semester is a half day where I live. And yeah, I'm not in school anymore, I'm graduated, but like, I remember shit. And I just thought that was a funny story. I don't know why I ended up rambling about it. I forget what led me to that, but hey, I mean, it's better than just being silent for the entire fucking video, right? Oh right, it was because I was talking about how I usually would get 60s across the board. Yeah, that didn't start until like halfway through grade 7, but yeah. And then there were those years where I got held back because I was missing some 60s that I needed. Because at that time, I was just like, I was so much more focused on, well, when I was in school, I was either just, I had my head in my notebook, I would pay attention. That's the thing, right? Is I would pay attention when the teacher was speaking. And like things like, if it was English class, things like 15 minutes of silent reading at the beginning of every English class, I would do that. You know, like I followed the rules, you know? In terms of like the being a class clown stuff, I would only do that like when I knew we were like allowed to be talking in class, you know? Like, in grade 7 and grade 8, I was a lot more active as a class clown, but like, once I got to high school, it was like my slacking off was less being silly. I was more only being silly when I knew I was allowed to be. My slacking off by that point was mostly just not doing the work, but I would still have my head in my notebook to make it look like I was doing the work, but I would be doing like, I would be writing lyrics or something, because I was a fucking angsty hormonal teenager that was going through shit, and I was learning how to sing better, and I was learning how to play guitar, and I was already a drummer. I've been a drummer since I was like a toddler, and I was learning like all these different instruments. I was learning how to be a musician, and so I spent most of high school just like writing lyrics, honestly. I did barely any schoolwork. We're on the final lap, by the way. I did barely any schoolwork and just spent most of my time writing lyrics. And if it was like a break between classes or lunch or whatever, or even like after school, I would stay after school for like an hour. Yeah, during all those times, I'd be literally just in the fucking music room of my high school playing guitar or playing piano or doing whatever, you know? I used to have friends that at lunchtime we would just get together and jam in the fucking music room, because there was a band room in the music room that had like a bunch of like electric guitars, and there was a bass, and some of us would like bring our own guitars and stuff too, and like there was a drum kit, an electric drum kit, because it was a school and we didn't want to be like overly loud and disrupt anybody, but there was like an electric drum kit. They had guitars, bass, pianos. We would like, sometimes we'd bring our, well, most of us would bring our own guitars too. I remember at one point because all the musician kids at school, like I trusted them, there was a time where I was actually leaving my guitar at school so that it was just there when I got there, and I didn't have to like lug it back and forth with me, because I had a hard shell case, not a soft backpack-like guitar case. And even if I did have a soft case, it's not like I could have worn it anyway, because I had to wear my backpack for school. So yeah, there were times where I would just leave my guitar at school intentionally so that I just wouldn't have to lug it back and forth, and then I would bring it home during like Christmas break or whatever, and like summer break, but then school would start up again and I'd just bring my guitar back to school and leave it there again. And nobody ever fucked with it. Like, no, like, other kids would use it because I gave them permission to. And if they, like, broke a string or something, they would replace it for me, but, like, they would, like, replace the string or whatever, but, like, it was fine, you know? I would leave my guitar at school and nothing would fucking happen to it. And yeah, our music teacher also used to, like, go to the auditorium and like jack mics from the auditorium, and like we didn't have a PA system, so we had to like get creative and find like a spare guitar amp and plug the microphone and use, like, instead of an XLR for the mic, we had to use like an XLR to, like, I forget what the patch cable thing is called for like a guitar, but we had to use one that was like the end that plugged into the microphone was XLR, but the end that plugged into the amp was like a guitar patch cable, basically. And we had one of those things, and we'd plug the microphone into a guitar amp and just put it on a clean setting. And I would like sing and play guitar, and my guitar would be plugged into a different amp, and then like if I wanted to do like an effect on my voice or something, I would like just kind of like fuck around with some knobs on the amp, like put a chorus effect on my voice or something. It was like, we would get really creative with that shit. Race 3, Deep Forest Reverse. But yeah. Sorry, I'm just kind of reminiscing on high school right now. That was just a really... No, it wasn't. It wasn't a really fun time in my life. It was a very stressful and depressing and heartbreaking time in my life. But it was... Did I save state? I forget. But it was very much like, how do I explain it? It was like the good times I remember very fondly. Race 3 at Deep Forest Reverse. God, I remember, like, when I was in high school, there was this girl I liked. And I remember one day, we were all, like, because, like, we sat at the same table in, I think it was media studies class. And it's funny, I took media studies, but I still never got good at, video editing. I still only know, like, the absolute basics of video editing, but, like, I did do media studies class, but yeah, I remember there was this girl I liked, and, in class one day, we were all because we sat at the same table in that class, and all of us at that table were just talking about video games. And this girl pipes up, and I think someone at the table, I can't remember who, but someone at the table said that they were excited for the, I think Spyro Reignited trilogy had just been announced. It wasn't, like, out yet, but I think, or maybe it was, I can't remember. But someone at the table had been talking about how they were excited for Spyro Reignited. And so, and then, yeah, this girl that I liked, after she heard the Spyro name drop, she was like, "Oh my fucking god, I love Spyro! I played that so much as a kid!" And so, whoa, Jesus. And this was close to Christmas, too. Christmas was coming up. I had Spyro Year of the Dragon for the original PlayStation, like the original PS1 version. And it was, like, my childhood copy, too, like the one that I played and beat, like, 6 times over as a kid. And, so there was a lot of sentimental value to that, and yeah, this girl that I liked, I think it was like 2 days later, I brought Spyro 3 to school, and I gave it to her. She was so happy about it, so excited about it, so fucking cool, and then, like, she never spoke to me again. I was like, well, god damn it. And that's the thing, is, like, I wasn't, like, trying to get her to like me or anything. She had a boyfriend. I wasn't trying to, like, pursue her or anything. I liked her, but I wasn't trying to pursue her, you know? She already had a fucking boyfriend. There was no way I was gonna try to pursue that, because, like, I'm not a disrespectful fuck like that. I was just giving her the game out of the kindness of my heart, because she was my friend, and I was like, I wanna give you this. Like, you're my friend, and I care about you, and it's Christmas, so, like, here, this is your gift, you know? But nope. Apparently that was the straw that broke the camel's back for some reason. I'm not mad about it. It's fine. I more so think it's funny now, you know what I mean? I hope she's doing well. Anyway. Into the whoa! yeah, so yeah, we did finally find we did finally find the right setup for this car, for this event, to make it not only competitive but kind of fucking dominate. But that first race, I had to trial and error a lot of shit, and that's why that took a few attempts to finally get the right one. But and then I still didn't have it perfect in that race, and I had to kind of like, I had to hold off a Corvette with really bad tires at the end of that. I'm proud of myself for having pulled that off, though. Oh shit. Wow, the curb helped me instead of trying to fucking throw me into fucking Jupiter there. That's surprising. Oh god, oh god, oh god. I should have braked harder, because that understeer on that turn. I need to go slower through that. Now, one thing I will give credit to for these long professional league races is, even though they are a slog, they help a lot in, like, the fact that the races are so long helps a lot in, like, getting used to the track and getting used to the feeling of the car. And, like, knowing exactly where you need to brake, how hard you need to turn, what you need to do for throttle control. Like, the long races are very good for getting used to your car, you know? But at the same time, it's like, why? Also, I think I might redo my GT1 Let's Play at some point. I think, because that Let's Play, looking back, is very, even though I only finished it, like, last year, 2024, like about a year and a half ago, I finished the GT1 playthrough. It's like, looking back, that playthrough, the quality's really bad, because the entire, see, like, GT2 is fine. That one's fine, because that one, it's only like the first 20 or so episodes that are like really shitty quality and recorded on that terrible laptop. Everything else after that is golden, right? But GT1, that entire Let's Play is choppy as fuck. Audio is terrible. And I do a lot of really weird shit. Like, some of the early episodes, I'm like straight up smoking bong rips in the commentary track and not cutting them out, and it's like, I thought I was being stupid and thinking it was cool at the time. And now I'm like, no. I mean, there's a reason I didn't do that at all again for like the entire rest of the Let's Play. I think I only did it in like the first few episodes. It's because by like episode 6, I was like, no, that's fucking cringe. Don't do that. And that's another reason why I kind of want to redo GT1. And also the fact that I can do it in 60 FPS now, and like, I'd probably just end up playing the North American version too, instead of the Japanese one. I did the Japanese one so that it would be like easier on me in terms of editing. So that I wouldn't have to do any music editing, like how Rhino did for his GT1 and GT2 playthroughs. But then I did GT2, where I played the Western version, like, you know, the Western version, because I wanted to do A-Spec, and you kind of have to use the Western version for A-Spec. So so during that, fucking damn it, what was I gonna say? I can't remember what I was gonna say, oh my god. When I did GT2 A-Spec, I ended up, like, I used the mute CD audio function in the emulator so that, like, the race audio would be muted, but I could, like, still leave the music slider on so that way the, menu music would still be okay. Well, I did that for, like, most of the Let's Play, but for the first little bit of the Let's Play, I was actually doing, like, custom music the whole time through, in the races and in the menus. And there was a lot of music editing going on there, but, later on in the Let's Play, I was only having to edit in the jingles for start and finish of a race, and the menu music in, like, the pre- and post-race menus. And then all the other menu music was fine, I didn't have to edit that. And I'm thinking that might be how I tackle GT1 when I eventually redo it. I'll just play the North American version, and I'll use the 60 FPS hack, and I'm going to probably... What's the word I'm looking for? I'm going to probably, yeah, I'll just do GT1, North American version, 60 FPS hack, and I'll just toggle mute CD audio back on in DuckStation, and then just edit in the pre- and post-race menu music and the start and finish jingles, and then we're good. And that's how I'll handle GT1 when I eventually, because I am eventually going to redo that, but I'm probably going to do that like after I finish the entire GT marathon is when I'll go back and do GT1 again, because I promised at the end of that Let's Play that I was never going to play GT1 again because that game is really rough around the edges. But then I was like, wait, retro achievements! So now I am playing through it again actually on my own time, getting the retro achievements. And now I'm like, I've actually kind of figured out a more optimal path through the game than what I used in the Let's Play, so maybe I can do this. Maybe I can actually do this, you know? So I'm doing the retro achievements right now on my own time, and then eventually, like, after that, because again, GT1 is really rough around the edges and painful to play sometimes, when I finish that, or when I finish the marathon of all the GT games, that's when I'm gonna go back and redo GT1. And then I'll probably... I don't think I'm gonna private the original Let's Play. I think I'm gonna keep the original one up, and then have the new one up too, and you can kind of like... And I'll just put, like, old in the playlist, and in all the title names, kind of like how Catacurus did for all his old shit before, like, the 2020 videos. And yeah, I'll just do that, and then, like, keep both playthroughs up. One is the old one, and one is the new one, and you can kind of, like, see how far I came during just the entire marathon of just the GT series. But anyway, that's Professional FR Challenge done. Sorry that I rambled so much in this episode, by the way. But I mean, it fills in the gaps a lot better than just, you know, not saying anything because I don't know what the fuck to talk about. Anyway, prize card time. Ooh! Oh, that's nice! Oh, fuck yes! Let me take a look at that. Oh my god! Yeah. She is an absolute fucking beauty. Oh my god. Oh, we are not fucking selling this. We are fucking keeping this. Is this, is there like a... Is there a Professional League Race of Red Emblem and have I already done it? I can't remember. I want to see, and if there is a Race of Red Emblem, is this like usable there? Oh, there's no Professional Race of Red Emblem. That blows, but we can probably use it in like an endurance race or something. Yeah, that's what I'm probably gonna end up using this in, is an endurance race. Yeah, that's absolutely 100% what I'm gonna end up using this in, is probably gonna be one of the endurance races. Fuck, alright. That's fucking beautiful, holy shit. Let me save the game real quick. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next episode. Bye.